Good evening. Tonight I am going to review my summer go-to beer, Hell or High Watermelon from 21st Amendment in San Francisco. And it's a wheat beer, 4.9% alcohol by volume, and it has watermelon in it. And normally I'm pretty staunchly anti-fruit beer, but I don't even remember how I tried this, but I tried it once and it tastes like beer, and it's light and refreshing and it's great for summer, and was enjoyable. So I decided that I loved it a lot and I've introduced it to a ton of people. Very, what's the word? It's very anti-flavored beer, people who liked fruity beer, and almost everybody I've had try it loves it. So it's a hidden secret, I think. Okay, so I've actually never even taken this out of the can, so I don't even know what color it is. So that'll be the first thing we do. Somewhat disappointingly, not pink. Okay. So this is in the BJCP category 20, which is fruit beer, which is just a kind of a category that everything that is flavored with fruit gets lumped into. And so for specialty beers like this, they're evaluated on the base beer type, which is a wheat beer, so like a Hef, and then the fruitiness and the balance of all of that. So as I go, I'll read about Hef, which I probably should have changed my pages to, but it won't necessarily apply because of the fruitiness. So let me just get to Hef real quick. Okay, we'll call it an American wheat beer because it's probably better categorized as such. But we'll go from there. So that's category 6D. Wheat beer. Yeah, we'll call it 6D. Okay, so the alcohol content range for wheat beer is 4 to 5.5%. So we're at 4.9, so it fits into that category pretty well. And Hef is generally unfiltered, so it would be it wouldn't be clear, it would be hazy, and this is pretty crystal clear. So I get the impression that this is probably the correct category for this. But smell. Well, actually, I do get some watermelon smell. I'm going to say it doesn't really smell like watermelon, but okay, a little bit, maybe. I mostly get some sweetness, watermelon-y, yeah. And then grainy, wheat, like wheat has its own sweetness, yeasty. Normally I think that this category would have like a clovey scent because you're going to smell a lot of the yeast coming through, but this does not. This beer does not. It's just nice and clean, sweet. It's nice. Okay, so we already looked at it, but it's pretty crystal clear, pale gold color, pretty well carbonated. It didn't pour with a head, although this is a tiny 4-ounce or 3-ounce glass, or however big this glass is. And I've had it open for a little while. I was drinking it with my dinner. I cheated. Flavor. This is such a great beer. Okay, so it's such a wheat beer. I mean, it's crisp and clean and refreshing. It does have a little bit of fruity sweetness, kind of in the finish and in the aftertaste. I want to say that if somebody poured this for me and didn't tell me what it was, I wouldn't necessarily know that it was watermelon. When I smell it, I smell watermelon, but probably only because I'm thinking about it. Otherwise, it just smells like a fruity kind of sweet, grainy wheat beer, and it has that same flavor. It has a medium to light body. It's on the lighter side crisp carbonation. It's nice and light. It's enjoyable. No alcohol warming. This is pretty low alcohol content, all things considered, especially since I have a barley one sitting in the fridge right now. So I don't get a lot of warming out of this or any alcohol flavor out of it. It's just enjoyable and crisp. The whole category of wheat beer and then probably fruit beer is to be refreshing. This one, I guess normally the American wheat is going to have a little bit of a hops characteristic to it that's going to have some bitterness or a crisp kind of citrus finish, and this definitely does not. This is, this is probably where it would differ and go into the fruit beer category. And so it has a nice fruity finish, but very subtle, like a hint. And I was trying to describe it to somebody the other day, and I said, whoever had hint, the flavored water, and it's water, it has no sweetness to it, but it has a hint of whatever flavor, cucumber, blackberry, watermelon. I think they even have a watermelon one. And it's like having the essence of the fruit, just the flavor of the fruit without the sweetness. And that's kind of how I feel about this beer. And even less so than that, because it's very distinctly that flavor. And when you have the aftertaste, you can taste that. And here it's just like this soft, like somebody waved watermelon over the glass, and the essence is in there. Like somebody waves vermouth over a martini. So if you have been reluctant to try this because it's a fruit beer and you're a non-fruit beer drinking person, I urge you to give it a try and see if you like it. And if you don't like it and you need somebody to drink the rest of them for you, let me know. I'll help you out. So overall, I think it's a fabulous beer. Really great for summer. Would be great, I think, if you had a watermelon margarita with a beer, like watermelon, tequila and a beer chaser. It would be awesome. So this is a great beer. Give it a shot. If you have had it, share with me and let me know your opinion of it. And actually, I should have looked or saved the page. I want to know. So things that are in this category. Cherry Stout, Dogfish Head, Apra Hop, Great Divide Wild Raspberry Ale. There's all kinds of strange things in here I haven't had. Abita Purple Haze is in here. Weyerbacher Raspberry Imperial. Saxer Lemon Lager. That sounds good. Pyramid Apricot Ale is in here, and that's kind of how I used to describe the fruit beer category to people. And that's a pretty great beer. But I still find even in that situation, I can only drink maybe 1 pint, and that's enough for me. Like this is a drink all day, enjoy all day beer, and it's amazing. So share with me down below. I would love to hear your thoughts, and thank you so much for watching.